Well, hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to be Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing yet another fish related video. Why is that, you ask? Well, we here at the Christopher Scott channel are a fish keeping channel, and therefore we keep fish and turtles and more fish and more fish and more fish and more fish and more fish. Well, hello everyone and welcome back for yet another video. So today what we're going to be doing is actually a lot of maintenance on the tanks. Now granted, that's not what the video is really going to be focused around. So what we're going to be doing is actually setting up a new scaped Betta tank, and I've had this tank for some time and I just haven't gotten around to setting it up. I bought it from one of the big box stores a while ago, and it's specifically made for a Betta. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up and actually put that in my kitchen is where it's gonna go. It will not go in the tank room. It's just a nice tank. Let me show you that. All right, so this is the Betta tank that I'm gonna be setting up, which is a top fin brand Betta Flow. It's a really nice aquarium. It's got an internal filter, very calm water, very low flow filtration. So it's perfect for a Betta and maybe a couple of little neons. We'll see what exactly we're gonna put in here. But we're gonna scape this thing out as much as we can. It's a 3-gallon. So let's go pick out some decorations and plants and such for this tank. All right, guys, so we had originally started this video in preparation for scaping out a new Betta tank. Well, we went by to a big box store to get a Betta, and they take delivery of new fish every Thursday. Going in there on a Tuesday, 2 days before they get their shipment, fish selection is very, very scarce. They had 2 Bettas and both of them were healthy, but they really weren't anything that I really cared to buy. I went to the second big box store, and that is where we ended up with 12 Bettas. Everything from a dragon scale to a midnight to a half moon to a white opal. We purchased 12 Bettas, and here's why we purchased these 12 Bettas. Here is why. They had these marked down to 75% off, and to be honest with you, this guy right here is almost on the verge of death. His gills are still moving, his fins are still moving a little bit, but he pretty much just sits at the bottom of the tank just like this right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these and we're gonna get these into individual tanks. We're gonna get them some fresh, clean water, and we're gonna feed them because honestly, I doubt very seriously these big box stores are taking care of these Bettas in the fact that they're probably not doing water changes on these little bowls. But all of these were marked down to 75% off. I got Bettas that were marked anywhere from $7.99 to $29.99. I picked up 12 Bettas for $12.99. We're gonna run by Walmart and we're gonna get some tubs to put these Bettas in. I do not have 12 open Betta tanks at the moment, but because they're Bettas, they will survive in a small little tub with no flow, no filtration for a good bit of time. So we're gonna get that going. We'll probably put an aerator on them or something of that nature. I guarantee you this, without a doubt, they will live a better life at my house than they ever lived at this particular big box store. They will also hopefully survive through the night. These things, I walked in and literally floating on their sides, at the bottom of the bowl, just a terrible situation. So no more talking, we gotta get to Walmart, get some bowls for these guys. Let's get this going. Okay, so we are at Walmart and what we are picking up are these, which are basically a shoe box. They don't hold a whole lot of water, 6 quarts, 5.7 liters, which 6 quarts, in case you don't know, is equivalent to 1.5 gallons. Now granted, I would not normally put any fish in a 1.5 gallon container. However, these guys are in containers that are this big that literally hold 6 to 8 ounces of water. So they will be perfectly fine in here to rehabilitate them. And then what we'll do is we'll move these into other tanks or maybe even take them up to Aqua Studios and let them sell them to people that are going to take care of them. But really our ultimate goal here is to save the life of these 12 fish. So we will definitely keep you updated throughout this journey. Let's get this going. Well, we have got the totes for all of these beautiful little Betta. We are now going to go meet up with Brenton and head over to Aqua Studios. We need to pick up definitely some Fritz Turbo Start. We need to get some water started quickly, and we're gonna pick up some airline hose. We're also going to pick up a very, very massive, well not massive, but a large aerator, just simply so we can pump air into 12 of these little tiny tubs in hopes that we can get these guys back healthy and ready to go. All right, so I just wanted to kind of come back to you guys while I'm driving here, going to pick up Brenton, and kind of go over the conversation that I had with the employees at this pet store. So I talked to the manager, the actual store manager, and I asked him, I said, is there any better deal you can do than just 75% off? Because I have Bettas in here that are $30, right? So at 75% off, you're talking about, what, $22.50 off. So at 30 bucks, you're talking about, what, $7.50 for a half dead betta. I'm not really big on spending $8 on a fish that could potentially die. I asked, can you do better? He says, well, sorry, but that's the lowest we can go. So as I'm walking out, I see the manager and I yell over to him and I say, hey, I said, so you would rather let these fish sit on this shelf and die than to sell them to me at a better price where they will actually be able to live? And he's like, well, I really can't do better. And I was like, well, half of them are almost dead, and when they die, you're just gonna throw them out anyway, so you're gonna make nothing on them. So why don't you give me a better price and I'll take them all home? And he says, well, all you're gonna do is throw them out when they die. And I'm like, yeah, but the goal here is not to let them die. It's to actually rehabilitate them and give them a good life. After some finagling, the gentleman was quite kind and he understood what we were trying to do, which was to take them home and actually let them live. We got him talked down to $12.99 for 12 bettas. Can't really beat that, especially if all of these guys survive and you know, have a healthy and happy life. So we're at the house now. Brenton's here. Let's get this punk and get out of here. All right, guys, so we went up to Aqua Studios and we picked up a few things that are needed. We picked up some tees. We picked up a gang valve. We got some hose. Picked up this full. But basically, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna set up these 12 tubs right here, and we are going to hook up this huge aerator to them. We're gonna get some dechlorinated and some turbo start water off into these tubs, and we're gonna start getting some aeration in there to try to revive these guys to see what is going on and which ones of them are going to survive. We have Brenton over here who is setting up lighting. So we have great lighting, as you notice. Look at the beautiful bettas. Dude, can you possibly stop promoting your merch? It's so annoying. All right, we're gonna start putting these into the tub. Into the tubs? Like so. We got betas. And betas. And betas. It is beta. It's betta and betta and betta. You know what's better than that? What? Not you.
Riding around my socks. If you guys have yet to join the channel and you're new to today's video, think about how you're still watching it and you've enjoyed it, so you should click the subscribe button. It's also on that camera too.
And the like button. And comment below and let us know what we should name all 12 of them. Right
now, everybody comment below an individual comment, not in the same comment.
That's right.
And a separate comment.
Names.
Make 12 different comments with 12 different names.
That's right.
Not in the same comment, that doesn't count.
No. I want you to do me one favor. Put your face in there and smell. The smell he just smelled, that is leftover fish water from him dumping fish through the net and not emptying the tank room bucket. Oh! Smells like death.
That was bad.
Wow. That was, gosh, it smells like something bad. Oh. Alright, so we got 1.5 gallons in 12 containers. How many gallons of water are we going to have?
1.5 gallons.
18. Oh my gosh. Think, boy, think. You know what you are? You're verified. Actually not verified.
It's
not.
On YouTube I am.
Sure. Can you stop promoting your merch? Stop making me promote your merch.
Yeah. No more.
So what we are going to do right now is we're going to put together 4 buckets of water. We're going to use Fritz Complete to start. Why do we do this first?
So basically what this does is it toxifies the water, killing everything. I highly suggest that you use that dechlorinator to dechlorinate your water.
And this bottle right here is 16 fluid ounces. It costs you about $15, and it will do, well, 1 capful will do 50 gallons. So
yeah. How much does the whole bottle do? I think it says at the very front, down at the bottom.
4,800 gallons of water this will do. You can get it on Amazon or, yeah. Now, the reason you had Fritz Complete before Turbo Start is why?
Oh, because basically, so Turbo Start is what we add after this, and that's live nitrifying bacteria, and the chlorine will kill the live nitrifying bacteria. So you gotta dechlorinate the water so there's no chlorine in it, to eat and to kill your bacteria.
Now we're gonna add some turbo stars.
You want to throw it to me?
Thank God that didn't break. It did break! Look at that. Now we gotta find a new top. I swear.
You've managed to do that though, I've noticed.
Yeah, that's why this Fritz Complete usually comes with a black top, but shenanigans that you just pulled broke the black top. Now we gotta find another top.
Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll. Hey guys, so I don't know if Chris knows this, but back in 2002, I used to breed betta fish, and he's trying to like quiz me and stuff, acting like I don't know all this stuff. Guys, I'm an expert. I'm an expert at braided beating. Oh, here's coming.
Hey Brenton. Yeah. Can you call Sean and ask him if he can send us a top? Because we literally have no top. So now I'm having to shake this with no top on it. Want to lick my thumb?
Oh,
Can I take a drink?
The thought of that just scares me, dude.
I don't understand. I honestly don't know what smells worse, the Complete or the Turbo Star.
I feel like the Turbo Start should, but I feel like the Complete might smell worse.
So what Brenton's doing here is he's actually placing Indian almond leaves into these tanks. What that does is it actually softens the water, releases tannins, great benefits to these almond leaves. You've seen these in some of my other tanks, but they will turn the water a slight tint brown, but they will definitely help with calming the water for these fish because they need as little stress as possible right now. Now over time, these leaves will actually sink to the bottom. My Betta in the Blackwater tank, actually when I had these in that Blackwater tank, he loved to sleep on them. Like he literally would just curl up on the bottom of the tank, right on top of an almond leaf and be perfect. So now it's time to start getting these Bettas into these little tubs so we can get the aeration hooked up. So for right now, we're basically gonna dump each one out into this bucket because we don't want to transfer the water into the tubs. Dump the water into the bucket, net the fish into the tub, and we will be good to go. Fish number one. Fish number one is in. Alright guys, so we are in the process of setting up the aeration for these individual tubs. What we have is a three-way valve that basically feeds one tube to each 4 tubs, and then from the end of the tub it basically breaks off and goes into the tank or into each tub. Now granted, right now the flow is very, very heavy, and that's just because we have some adjustment to do as far as how the flow goes, but yeah, this thing is perfect. We also fed them, and interestingly enough, they all are doing really well. Like this little guy right here, you can see, oh, he dropped his food. He's going to get it. There he is. So they're all doing really well, but overall they look really good. Nobody's floating on their sides anymore. No one looks like they're gonna die. Everything is looking a-okay. So we will come back and we'll check on these guys later, but for now, let's go check out the other fish. So we have the new guppy breeding tank that we saw in the last video, with these really cool lyre tail guppies. Super cool looking. There are a few of those in there. There are some blue tuxedos with some orange on them that you see up here. Those are actually getting relocated. There are actually some baby guppies in here as well. I found 2. I'm not sure exactly where they came from. I guess when I moved the plants, not really sure. But moving on, we have the Blackwater tank, which you can see the neons. The little Paradise Betta is down there in the bottom. He's hanging out, chilling. The Hillstream Loach is also chilling back there, right there. Moving down here to the turtle tank, there's the pink belly. I just saw Elon before she came out, so I don't know where Elon went. And if you don't remember, Elon is the little musk turtle. I think it's a perfect name for Elon. We have the neon tetras that are in here. Everything's looking good in here. And then look at this. Oh, we have a cricket container with crickets. Why, you might ask? Well, that's easy. And the reason is because of this. Here's the reason. Gone. The Oscar loves crickets. Favorite diet, and that's all he eats now, is crickets. So that's why we have a cricket container. Well, now that we're over here at the pond, let's just take a look. There is the largemouth bass. He's chilling. You got the Oscar. The knife fish is under here. I also put a heater in here. This heater is a 350 watt heater, so it actually holds the temperature of this pond really, really nicely. But the knife fish is under here, all the plecos. Everything in here is looking great. Moving over here, you have the guppy breeding tank. All the plants are back over here. The light's off in here right now. But all of this stuff is looking good. You have a bunch of baby guppies in here. Little tiny baby guppies. Over here to the saltwater tank, we got the 3 bang-eyed cardinals, the 2 clownfish. You see the big algae-eating snail back there. You can see the starfish, the brittle starfish actually right there. There is a meat-eating snail in here somewhere, but he doesn't really come out until you put some food in here. We're gonna feed these guys in a minute, but yeah, everything in here is looking good. Moving down to the glow tetra tank. The glow tetra tank looks good. The big blue betta looks good. The little female's looking good. So everything in here is looking great. We now have a snail problem in this guppy breeding tank. There's like 3 snails locked up with each other and then 3 baby snails here. I hate snails with a passion. Like I want to get rid of all of them. How do I get rid of all these? Like seriously. There's so many snails in the blackwater tank. Is it assassin snails? What else can I put in there that's safe for the guppies? I would assume I can probably put a loach in there. I will do a little research, see what I can put in there to take care of those snails. But for right now, hey, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was fun making this and taking care of these little bettas. I mean, seriously, they were going to just sit there on the shelf and die, or somebody was going to pay 75% off for them and then probably not care for them correctly anyway. So, you know, hopefully these guys survive, and yeah, we'll see. But I will keep you guys updated in every video on how they're doing. I'm going to go pick up a little table at Walmart that can come into the tank room where I can move all of those into the tank room or something of that nature. I haven't decided yet, but stay tuned for that. I'll give you an update. But with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today, and we really appreciate your support, and we appreciate you coming back and checking us out. We really, really, truly do appreciate it. So thank you very much. And if you have not subscribed or you have not followed me on Instagram, please do that now. And hey, we will see you next time.